the middle part, over our addiction. Rabbi Shimon, the son of Levi, said, every day the Yetzer, the inclination of a man, strengthens himself seeking to kill him, and it would succeed if heaven did not help him. So we're born with two inclinations. The inclination to do good, Yetzer Tov, and the inclination to do not so good. The inclination to do evil, Yetzer Hara. Rabbi Shimon says, every day, the Yetzer of a man, of a person, strengthens itself. Addicts experience this on a minute-to-minute basis sometimes. The Yetzer, the inclination to do that which is not good for us, is alive and well. Yeah? We relate, right? Is alive and well. This is a given. And it would succeed if heaven did not help that person. What happens to an unchecked Yetzer Hara, an unchecked inclination to do that which is not very good for ourselves? We can go to town, right? And perhaps we have. Until what happens? It's going to lead us to the third text. Until what happens? The Yetzer Hara, unchecked, overtakes the inclination to do good. And in its ultimate form, the Yetzer Hara is what? Our addiction, right? And so here, this text is alerting us, reminding us that left to our own devices, it's not going to turn out so well for us. Perhaps we've been there. But with God's help, we can be okay. We can live another day. We can live another minute, right? So, what does the word unmanageable mean? Our lives have become unmanageable. What does that mean? Okay, at what point can we define unmanageability? What is that for us? Loss of control. Chaotic. Absolutely. Hopefully we know it when we experience it. It's like, we cannot take this anymore. Our lives are just, we've hit a bottom. Right. Rock bottom. That's what it means to have an unmanageable life. Cannot. There has to be a better way. So here I want to look at a text from Bereshit, from Genesis, on Jacob, Yaakov, and how I think that he hit rock bottom, not just because he used a rock for a pillow. But let's, does anybody want to read? And Jacob left Beersheba. Thank you.
And Jacob left Beersheba, and he went to Haran.
Okay. Why? Let's backtrack. Why was Yaakov leaving Beersheba? What had just happened before? Jacob took the birthright, right, from his brother. Who was his brother? Anybody remember? Right? And Esau found out, and he goes to, he chases Yaakov, and Jacob is running away for his life, right?
And he arrived at the place and lodged there because the sun had set. And he took some of the stones of the place and placed them at his head, and he lay down in that place. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the ground, and its top reached to heaven. And behold, angels of God were ascending and descending upon it. And behold, the Lord was standing over him, and he said, I am the Lord, the God of Abraham your father, and the God of Isaac. The land upon which you are lying, to you I will give it and to your seed. And your seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and you shall gain strength westward and eastward and northward and southward. And through you shall be blessed all the families of the earth, and through your seed. And behold, I am with you, and I will guard you wherever you go, and I will restore you to this land, for I will not forsake you until I have done what I have spoken concerning you. And Jacob awakened from his sleep, and he said, Indeed, the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it. And he was frightened, and he said, How awesome is this place! This is none other than the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven.
Right, thanks. Jacob, our forefather Yaakov, was in a fight for his life out of pure exhaustion. He can't take it anymore, and he falls asleep. And he dreams. What does he dream? The angels going up and down the ladder straight to heaven. And he wakes up and he interprets this dream to mean God was with me all along. And I did not even know it.
God is with him in spite of what he did.
Thank you. God is with him. God was with him in spite of himself, right? In spite of what he did. Absolutely. God does not leave us. We leave God. Yaakov, our forefather, is a great teacher. He took the birthright. He did something without, when he took the birthright, he did not go out on a limb, have God in his life. But only when he had to have a rock for a pillow, only when he was at wit's end, only when his life became unmanageable, was he able to have a dream that reminded him God is with him. Comments? Makes sense, right? It's a great teacher. So we come full circle. God is with us, and we forget sometimes that very point. Not only do we forget with our mind, but we forget with our heart. You know, how often when we're in trouble, when we're running, do we not stop? Yaakov reminds us that we have to stop. To breathe, to just rest for even about a minute. And hopefully we can bring God back into our lives. That's the first step. That's this text. We come full circle, started to say we come full circle to the Modeh Ani in the morning. I surrender. Thank you, God, for giving me this day, for giving me my life. Because left to my own device, I might not have a life. Certainly might not have a life worth living. Jewish text and the first step. The 12 steps are deeply rooted in Torah, and every morning, noon, and evening, and all moments in between, we can remember to bring God with us, and we'll go from strength to strength. Thanks, everyone.